tahe chofa sidabun nagode biya biya dage namumma ko dabe ambangel lalame dabe hakakiya boboyan jirata fagoti si hawa Oromia Oromia biya bakoti gamachunko ero amasi arguti Oromia 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 nibili somta Oromia 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 biya bakoti gamachunko ero amasi arguti Oromia 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 biya bakoti gamachunko ero amasi arguti Oromia Oromia
Today we're here in preparation for an event on October 16th, and we have Anya here who's going to kind of explain a little bit about herself and how the preparation for this program. So Anya, please tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, I was born in Bosnia, grew up in Sweden, moved to Minneapolis 2005 because of school, and my husband is Oromo, and that's how I got in contact with the Oromo community here in Minneapolis and Minnesota in general.
Okay, well there's a lot of non-Oromos who are married to Oromos, so that can't be the only reason that you're so involved in the Oromo cause. Can you tell us what piqued your interest to get involved?
Sure. Since I was born in Bosnia, I found similarities with Bosnian cause together with the Oromo cause. And I just find that Oromo cause is a really important cause, and it's an interesting and fascinating cause. And I think that a lot of Americans and non-Oromos actually don't have no clue about who Oromos are and what the Oromo cause is.
Anya, as long as I've known you, you've been an advocate for the Oromo people. What can you please tell us how you're doing that with this event, and also getting our name out to politicians throughout the Twin Cities?
Okay. I work for the DFL coordinated campaign, and we're focusing now on the governor's race, congressional race, state senate, state house. And I find that there's over 20-something thousand Oromos here in Twin Cities, and spread out over state of Minnesota. And I think that they should have play a role in this election too, because everybody counts, everybody matters, like Congressman Keith Ellison says. I think they're as important as every minority group out there as an American voter too. And I think that people need to get involved and vote and get their voices heard.
Good. So you kind of mentioned this, but why is it important for Oromos, one, to come out to this event, and two, to vote in this election?
A lot of Oromos that I know always talk about Oromia, Oromia, but they also forget that they live in the state of Minnesota. This is their home as well. Everyday issues affect them like every other American. Education, healthcare, economy, jobs, everything that affects a regular citizen, a resident of the state of Minnesota, affects Oromos. And a lot of Oromos forget about that they actually live here in the state of Minnesota. And I think that in order for you to improve your everyday life, you need to get involved in the political process around you and improve your own life by participating. And that, in a long run, would be beneficial for Oromos and Oromia.
So we've been talking about this event, but we haven't really said what the details of the events are. So Anya, can you please explain that?
Sure. It's the doors open at 4:30, and it's gonna be at Wiley Hall at University of Minnesota, and it's gonna be October 16th from 4:30 to 6. We're gonna have different booths, different information about where your polling place is, who are the different candidates in your Senate districts. Who's running for governor, who's running for Congress. All these candidates are really important, and you need to know who the candidates are in your Senate district.
Anya, who will be the guest speakers that day?
We actually, after the 4:30 to 6, at 6 o'clock, that's when the program really starts. We're having Congressman Keith Ellison come and speak, Senate Majority Leader Larry Pogamiller, State Representative Phyllis Khan, and State Senator Patricia Torres-Ray. All these candidates and our current electeds are actually constituent. Their constituent are the Oromo people. And here behind me we have a Senate District 62. There's a lot of Oromos that live here in this district. So just wanted to show you basically that this is something that we've been focusing on, and this is the different districts that Oromos live in. And Senate District 62, State Senator Patricia Torres-Ray is this current state senator here.
Perfect. And then there's something you told me about Senate Representative Patricia Torres-Ray.
Yes.
Can you just tell that story a little bit, just to show what a person coming from another country can do, or an immigrant can do in this country?
She was an immigrant herself coming to this country, and she came from Mexico. And I just find her very inspirational person. Now she came here as an immigrant. Now she's a state senator, and she's a well-known state senator. And I think she's a huge inspiration to all immigrants, new Americans coming to the United States, and see that they can be an American dream. They can actually become somebody, and she's a state senator, and anybody can be a state senator if they really have the dream to do that.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Anya, for answering our question. Are there any last words you want to say?
Just wanted to tell everybody that this event is really important. You want your voices heard. Get there, be there, ask the questions of your legislators, your representatives. It's really important. So the event is at Wiley Hall at University of Minnesota at 4:30 till 7:30, and please be there. It's important.
Good. And just to add to that, as Anya said, once we kind of establish our presence here, then once the politicians know that their decisions affect us and we are worried about these local issues, then we can start telling them about Oromia and the issues back home and see how they can help us in advocating for that cause. Akkam jirtan? Waan Anya namantan dubbatte afaan Oromoon isanii ibsu barbaade. Akkuma isin hundinuu beektan bulchaa Minnesota filannoof qophaa'u jiran. Filannoon kun Sadaasaa barkum 2010 gaggeeffama. Tarii dhageettaniirtan ji'a afran darban keessatti warri dorgomuu jiran TV fi raadiyoo irratti uf beeksisuuf baay'ee tattaafachuu jiran. Akka Oromootti yeroo hundaa akkamiin addunyaa irratti uf beeksifna jenna. Akkasumas Minnesota keessatti nam 20,000 ofiin jechaa uf barsiisuu dadhabna. Kottaa heddummin keen haa agarsiifnu. Filannoo kan keessatti gaheen Oromoo maal? Akka nam Minnesota jiraatutti akkamitti dubbii kan keessisaa hubachuu dandeenya? Ijoo dubbii warri jedhan keessa kamitti nu laalchisa? Carraa deebii gaafii kanaaf argachuuf isiniif qophaa'eera. Sanbata xiqqaa onkololees 16 barkum 2010 warri filannootti dorgomuu jiran uummata Oromootti haasa'uu barbaadan. Kunnuuf carraa gaariidha. Kottaa dhageeffadhaa Oromoo hundaatti himaa. Bakki isaa Wiley Hall, University of Minnesota. Sa'aatiin isaa sa'a 4:00 haga sa'a 7:00 waaree booda. Kottaa carraa kanaan sagalee keenya haa dhageessifnu. Galatoom on time.
On time.
Thank you.